Oh God! Something
Stop!
Wait. Everything rearranged itself for some reason on Discord. So all the videos are off. I fixed it up.
Oh no!
I
have a chin, that's it!
Thanks for watching the show.
Have my beard, featuring Tesh's beard.
Wait.
Well, it is an epic beard.
Thank you, thanks.
True. It's far nicer than mine, but I can't grow mine past this point because of work.
I can't grow mine past this point. It's a real struggle, you know.
You know, it's a tough thing in life when you have to accept that the beard just won't come in.
Hey, it wasn't until I was in my 30s till I could grow a mustache. I could grow a beard at the age of 11. But I could not grow a mustache until I turned 30. Figure that out.
Alright then.
Alright. Yeah, I couldn't grow a beard for the longest time, and then out of nowhere, just like, in a matter of like 2 weeks, I'm like, and now I have a full beard. Where did this come from?
Alright, anyway, after that great conversation and great, like, you know, technical issues that I don't know why Discord decided to, like, move everything. Welcome to Mantis of the Land. Hi everybody, how's it going? I hope you're having a great day. It's time for, of course, the show. Why don't we have everyone introduce their characters as we always kind of do. Tiv will not be with us, at least for now. He's having some internet issues because of those fires in California, so hopefully, you know, doesn't burn him. He gets internet back.
He doesn't have internet right now. It's not. It's
that
not
he's
like.
burned.
Yeah, there are deadly fires within his vicinity which are causing problems.
But he's okay.
He's okay.
As far as we know.
We haven't heard anything else.
As far as we know.
Yeah. Fingers crossed it'll continue to be that way.
Yes.
Basically.
Yeah.
It has so far. So, fingers crossed. Anyway, so we'll do our normal kind of go through, introduce characters. Of course, Tesh Nokren.
Yes, hello. I play Nokren, Dragonborn Paladin, who is now scared of everything but clad in shiny armor.
Accurate. Rachel, Grits.
Hi, I'm Rachel. I play Grits, the dwarf monk. So she will be the fastest dwarf you've ever seen. Mantis.
Mantis style. To hang out with a mantis. You've been learning it from the mantises of the valley. Mantis style. Joe, how about Rufus?
I'm Rufus, and I practice with sheep.
We know. We know.
Did you say Rufus?
Rufus.
Rufus!
Yeah.
Rufus, Raggy! Row! Ritz of Brantis! Roomed!
Bite me.
Tim slash Winterbear or Winterbear slash Tim? I don't know where we're going with this one.
Hi, I play Tim, High Elf Wizard, Daddy of One.
Yep. Alright, so, when we last left off, very interesting thing happened. And I think we should leave, we should just dive into...
mystery.
They continued exploring the underground of the castle. Very interesting things happened during exploration of the underground of the castle. If you have not seen it, I would recommend going and checking it out. There's the possibility of seeing it still here on Twitch, or the VOD is coming up actually as we're live on YouTube. So, a little later today than I wanted to, but evening got busy, so... Alright, why don't we dive into where we left off? Tim, you were in the church. Rufus and Nokren were drinking. Grits, where do you want to have been? We're assuming you were helping out Orin, so I guess you could be underground in the church if you were finding out where he's at. He had already gone upstairs, too. Talk with Tim.
Yeah, that's fine. I know you said I was helping Orin, so... coming back up from wherever him and I were working on things.
Yep.
Or Orin was suddenly called upstairs for something important.
and you're like, huh, maybe I should go find out in case he needs help.
In case I'm needed.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah, I guess I'd be coming up from the church then.
Yep. You'll see Tim there, of course.
I'm sitting there in the corner. I'm actually meditating right now. You wouldn't really, you'd have to like come over to get my attention because I'm currently processing. Would be the best way to put it.
Okay.
On my knees, just not head bowed in prayer or anything. Because let's be honest, Tim's not a religious man. But he's got his hands on his knees, his eyes closed, breathing very controlled. You'd probably know it's meditation that he's doing. He's definitely meditating. So.
All right. Yeah, should wander over to a respectable distance and just kind of maybe sit on like I guess a nearby like bench or pew or whatever. Kind of watching and waiting a few minutes to see if you were wrapping up or if you'd like just started, like kind of trying to gauge because respectfully she doesn't want to just be like, hey, I see you're doing like your meditation thing, let me just harass you. More of a gauging where you're at in the
Tim
thing.
would smell that you're there. Smell the dust, the stone dust.
Like,
because he recognizes it on Orin, and he'd actually think that you were Orin initially. And he'd open his eyes and say, oh, hello. How was your work?
Work. I wasn't gone that long though, so everything okay? I mean, seems like an odd time for you to be meditating. I thought we were gonna be exploring,
Yeah, about that. I'd like you to come with me for a minute. And Tim's gonna stand up, and he's gonna get up, and you'll see him kind of a little bit rattled, might be a good way to put it. He's not really completely sure how to handle things right now, and it's you might not be able to tell that it's but you probably could. You've spent enough time around Tim now that you probably haven't seen this really from him before. This is nervousness. This is pure nervousness. He is
lovely.
Yeah, anxious might be a good way to put it. And so I'd lead you to a room off to the side here, and I would turn to you before doing anything else. I'd say, I'd like you to meet someone, but I need you to understand this is a very sensitive situation. I need you to, first of all, not be afraid, and second of all, be kind and don't do anything rash. You're going to meet my daughter.
You have a daughter? Wait.
And Tim's gonna turn, not answer that,
Okay.
and open the door.
I think more
First of all, knocking, not opening the door fully, but knocking a little bit and saying, "Is it all right if we come in?
Oh,
I have someone who you'd like to meet, maybe."
Sure.
Okay.
Is it the crazy man again?
No.
He's
This is my friend Grits. Now I need you to be nice to her as well, okay?
Okay.
She's a very, very nice lady, all right?
All right.
Okay. And I'm gonna turn to Grits and just be calm. Be calm as much as you can.
As much as I can.
I'm gonna open the door.
I'm so terrified now.
And I'm gonna walk in.
Okay.
First, you probably can't see past me yet because I haven't.
Nope. I'm sure.
And I'm just gonna step to the side and kneel down beside. Oh gosh, this is like this is great.
Is it an unpronounceable name?
No.
No.
I'm gonna kneel down next to Kasula, who is a 5-year-old elven banshee. My adopted daughter.
Adopted. Okay. That clarifies some things.
Yeah.
Okay. Some things are clarified.
Yep.
I didn't know that was a adoptable.
Kasula, I'd like you to meet Grits. Grits, this is Kasula.
Hello. I won't touch you. I know my superpowers will make bad things happen to you. I haven't controlled them yet. I'm learning.
Do like an air high five.
She'll be kind of confused and kind of like imitate you.
Yeah.
Like, okay. So Tim?
Yeah.
Is this a recent adoption?
Yeah. About 2 hours ago? Give or take? But...
Okay. I've been in groups where I've been told I'm not allowed to have certain
Are
pets,
you
animals,
my
and
new
friends.
mommy?
No. This is your Auntie Grits. Okay?
Oh.
A godmother. I could
Yes,
be a
you.
godmother,
That's
but it's
you are the
okay.
most responsible person. If that's okay with you, I was actually going to ask you that you could be the godmother because oh my goodness, I do not trust anybody.
I have a
Got it.
dwarvy godmother?
Yeah.
Sure.
All right. Well, that answers one question in my character sheet here. Godmother Grits. Perfect. Thank you.
I have so many questions. So many questions.
Well, Cthulhu, thank you for meeting Grits. We're gonna have to go and meet up with Rufus and Nokren, and you remember Uncle Red. Well, he's actually gonna be, well, that's something I'll maybe save for later because he and I need to have a conversation.
You'll see her kind of give this kind of cringe face,
Yeah.
a bunch of red.
But Rufus and Nokren, do you remember them?
Yeah, Uncle Rufus is such a great little guy.
Yeah.
Is he
is.
suffering from a disorder?
Grits is visibly like holding back a chuckle. Like,
Tim is not holding back. Tim is laughing.
I like this child.
And Tim is gonna say, "Oh no. Well, maybe. I don't know. Actually, I've never asked him. But don't ask him that, okay?"
Oh, okay. I'll be sensitive to his problem.
Thank you. And but we'll be back.
I mean, Uncle
Just make
Nokren
sure...
seems to have like weird scaly skin. He should probably get
Yeah.
that looked. Like, does he have something to put on that, like a medication?
Yeah, no, don't worry, he's got a cream for that. But just make sure you stay here, and Orn is going to make sure that you're taken care of course. Don't worry.
Okay.
We'll be back shortly, and make sure you listen to the father. Okay, he's going to make sure that you can control your superpowers, and
Yeah.
and we'll get you to the point where maybe at one point you and I will be able to actually maybe have a hug, which would be very exciting, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't want to hurt you and have hugs. That's wonderful.
No, exactly. So we'll just make sure
You'll
you
see her
listen
like
to the
make
father.
weird poses, like superhero poses or something.
Oh yeah, she's real into it. And Tim is just gonna say, "Okay, well have fun playing," and he's gonna actually pull out another toy he had kind of put together with the constructed clockwork that he picked up, because I have like a little bit left, but I'm making another small little trinket toy, and I've placed it there with her. And then I'm gonna motion to Grits and say we should go meet up with Rufus and Nokren.
You'll see her like concentrate for a bit and try to like sit on the bed and like get it to like kind of like actually sit on it and like bounce on it a little bit, which seems to take a lot of concentration.
Yeah.
Before Grits walks out, she's just gonna like look at Tim and just be like, "That's kind of cool." Weird, right? I'm not saying it's a bad idea. And then I'm gonna turn to what was
Cthulhu.
Cthulhu.
Yeah.
And I'm
if you
gonna
want to
show
know
her.
spelling, I can give you spelling, but
I'm gonna show her like a really awesome like superhero pose and be like, "Yeah, master this one. It's the monk pose."
nice.
Also
walk
known as
out
the Watcha.
Watcha. Yeah.
Yeah. And so, I guess if we're both leaving the room, I'm gonna close the door behind us and just kind of take a deep breath and kind of go, "Yeah, no, I know it. Yeah."
Yeah, you wanna
Yeah,
I'm
let's
gonna
walk
need
and
some
talk.
more filling in. Yeah,
Let's walk and
fill me in a
talk.
little more.
So, right, where to begin? While you were helping Orn, we went down into the dungeon. We intended to go in cautiously, trying to avoid combat as much as possible, obviously, because we were without you. The one issue that we found is that Red approached a small elven child, as far as he could tell, who turned out to be Kasula. And she screamed, and Red fell over, and Nokren fell over, and Rufus and I kind of tried to make the best of the situation and help her find her parents. Obviously, we realized after a short while that they were not specters in this area, or at least not that we could find. And so we broke the news to her that her parents were no longer living, which we already knew, of course, but we were hoping to maybe reunite her with a spectral family. When that became clear that that wasn't possible, Rufus somewhat indelicately told her that her parents were dead. And then we went on to convince her that that was why she had superpowers. The touching, the screaming, the why she couldn't touch people and hold people. Much the same way that I was told when I was a child that I had superpowers because I could conjure magics out of my fingers.
Because your family was dead.
Yes, actually. And that is very
I'm
much...
just following this
yes, and
train.
just to be clear, that was the lie I was told when I was a child.
Okay.
And it didn't make anything easier, but it did allow me to accept entering into the Wizard Academy that I was accepted.
Okay.
Now.
You're not a banshee, though, correct? Or have
Correct.
I been like
No,
misled?
you haven't. You have not missed that.
Yeah.
No, the only thing here is that we decided that we, for one, could not defeat her because, surprise, surprise, we're not very strong. And no, you weren't there with us, were you?
No, I was
especially
not.
once Red was unconscious and Nokren was extremely close to being unconscious, and Rufus was extremely close to being unconscious, and I was extremely close to going unconscious. We decided that we would cut our losses and try to make the best of the situation. So, at that point, when we brought her up, it was very important that she remained calm. I convinced her that we might bring her to the cleric here, where he could, hopefully, help her learn to control her powers, which he so far has actually done a very excellent job of. As you'll notice, you weren't frightened when you saw her.
No, I mean, you kind of warned me, don't be frightened.
I did warn you.
Yeah, yeah. I was expecting like a puppy or
Right, yes.
maybe a baby mantis.
Yes. Well, that would, yeah. I suppose that is quite likely as well with Rufus part of the group. But no, it seems as though at least that she isn't immediately terrifying to people anymore. Although she seemed to have that effect on at least some of us when we first met her. I don't know exactly what the magics are related to that, but the father has kind of informed me a little bit of some of the, well, properties, as it were, of the Banshee. And it seems as though he knows quite a lot, and with Orn there to make sure that things go smoothly, I do trust that he has good intentions, and he knows where we stand, and he also knows that I will not hesitate to absolutely burn him and his church to the ground if he hurts my daughter. So.
Okay, so it isn't official, like you've adopted her.
I've adopted her. Yes.
Okay. All right.
To be clear, I do actually still have to get the Holy Writ, which is something Orn is going to be helping me out with, but he's required me to work in the stone, the under church, for a day in order to do that, which I will do at some point.
That's
but
fair.
It's still, for now, it's official. I have yet to go tell the Duke. That's going to be a fun conversation. But nonetheless, I think he'll accept that. If Orn has accepted it, he'll accept it as well. But we'll see.
Out of character, wasn't you were related somehow to the Duke, right?
Orn was.
Orn was. Okay.
Yes,
Orn
which is
was.
why I say that. Which is why Tim would have some sway in that conversation with the Duke. Although, yeah, I hadn't thought about that until now.
I mean, it'll be fine.
It'll be fine.
I'm actually, I'm also going to say at this point, I actually am going to go talk to the Duke.
Okay.
If you'd like to come with me before we go and grab Rufus and Nokren, or if you think I should grab Rufus and Nokren for that as well, I don't know. I think Nokren would be quite bored with it, and I think Rufus might still be drunk.
Just to be clear,
Nokren's probably drunk now.
When you're going to talk to him, you're going to tell him this new wonderful news. Is
Partially.
the purpose of your going?
Partially.
Would it be?
Yep.
Nice.
Yup.
Would it be better or worse to have me there, or have me go babysit the drunkards in the tavern?
I would appreciate some support, honestly. It's not often that I'll say that. I'm often quite comfortable going and having these types of conversations on my own, but I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm actually quite nervous about this. This is something I haven't done before. This is new to me. And,
It's kind of equivalent to asking, you know, a father of a bride for, like, the bride's hand in marriage, except not quite at all the same.
well, I've done that 3 times.
That level of uncomfortableness, I think, right?
Okay. I mean, I've done that 3 times, and 3 times I've been told to, what was the phrase?
Bugger off?
No, put my staff so far, I can
that
no longer
one.
breathe. Yes. Quite unpleasant. I mean, I probably shouldn't have been asking the man of, 3 daughters for 3 separate hands in marriage at once, but it was a well-calculated mistake.
High risk, high reward.
Precisely. If you don't ask, you will never receive, right? So
If you miss 100% of the chances, you don't take.
that's a lovely saying. I'm actually going to write that down, and I'm going to quote you on that later. Grits. You miss 100%. You said chances.
100% of the chances you don't take.
100% of the chances you. I have written that down incorrectly. Scroll that out. Chances you don't take. Lovely. Thank you for that quote.
Rip.
Lovely.
Well.
Speaking of, though, will you come with me? I am incredibly nervous.
Sure. I'm just checking real quick in my sheet if I have anything. Anything that will help in this sense?
If he says that he can't help me, I'm going to shoot him with the gourd.
Oh no.
So.
All right. Just make sure it doesn't cut off our stipend, because we maybe kind of need that.
Oh yes, right. I suppose I shouldn't shoot him with the gourd. I'm
Don't
just
burn
very
all our bridges.
I just don't know what to do.
Oh my god.
Okay, well here's the question. What could go wrong?
He could order his guards to kill me.
But why?
And kill my daughter.
But why would you are not hurting anybody? She is.
Well, there were quite a few terrified people when we brought her through town.
But fear's not the same as murder and death.
One of them might have fallen over. Yeah. One of them might have.
Were they dead?
I don't know.
Not dead yet.
Not dead.
I'm feeling much better.
Turn me into a newt.
I'm actually fuzzy faced. Do you ever have that when you laugh too hard about something? You go
Yes.
fuzzy? Yeah.
I am too sick to be laughing this much. You had the coffee.
All the coffee.
All right. So, will you just moral support even? I'm happy to do the talking.
I will help. You know what? I've heard godmother. Look, you've got the paperwork in progress. You've got a godmother planned out. You're being responsible about this situation.
Somewhat, I think. It was a kind of a rash decision. Little bit of regret. Mostly joy,
and adoption. I guess adoption's the better option, right?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. We'll see. Well, anyways, I assume we've been walking this whole time.
Yeah.
And
is there, Matt, real quick, is there a place along the way we're walking that is not the bar where our friends are currently drinking, but another establishment that I could get some sort of strong alcohol?
Unfortunately, there's only one place where you can get strong alcohol, and you stay there.
Damn it. Okay, then we won't go there.
I mean, we can if you'd like. We can...
No. This is not for me. This is for you, sir.
Oh, no, I'm okay. I'm all right. The last time I drank, I don't know if you remember, but I vomited for about 25 minutes.
Yeah.
As an elf, 25 minutes is not a very long time, but when you are vomiting, it feels like an eternity.
It feels like forever.
Yes. So I will avoid that. Well, I mean, I could just put myself to sleep theoretically, but I don't think that would help.
I don't think that would help.
Yes. I mean, I could. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna do this on my water skin, and make it taste like booze, and maybe that will convince me to be a little bit more calm.
Like trick your mind into it.
Yeah, and I'm gonna just take a swig out of my water skin. And, oh, I don't think I know what good booze tastes like. Oh, I did not plan that well. Oh, that was. Oh gosh. All right. Let's go talk to.
Let's go talk to the Duke.
Speaking of which, real quick. How much will it cost to refill my flask? Because I've been divvying that out here and there.
I don't know, not a lot. You have a stipend. We can pretend you still have your stipend. We'll pretend you got it from your stipend.
Okay.
Even better.
A stipend of booze.
So
Yay!
I'm gonna walk in to the Duke's castle front, I guess. Is he sitting in his chair?
That's better than his castle back.
He is indeed sitting in his chair.
All right, I'm gonna like immediately regret it and turn around and try and walk past Gritz.
Nope.
Okay.
My little hand goes up, like, I guess on your belly button. Like, nope.
Well, I hope on the belly button and not lower.
I'm reach up as high as I can.
As high as you can. I am 6'5", so.
Yeah. Boom.
Okay.
Nope.
So, okay. All right. I'm gonna walk up to the Duke. Hello.
He's gonna like just be sitting there, blinking as you're nervous, kind of like looking you over. He's gonna put up his hand up and it's like, I don't want to know. Orin has already been here. I don't want to know.
You need to know.
He has volunteered to look after all your shenanigans. If anything should terrible happen, it will be on his head. He has graciously volunteered.
Well,
he trusts you for some reason.
Yeah, he's a fool. So you do need to know some things though. Then not related to my stupidity, but rather related to what we found. This actually makes me feel much more comfortable because I can talk about something I know about. Thank you. First of all, we went down into what appears to be a cavernous area that was once a city. There was no city below this castle beforehand, was there, when we lived in our realm?
I cannot say for sure. This land was only about 100 years settled, and that is not very long when it comes to our history.
Well, if there was anything, it would have been buried well beneath the ground, I'm assuming, at that point, because you would have otherwise known when you built the fortifications for this place to,
Well, there was, I'm assuming, something buried well beneath the ground. We did come across strange caverns. It's just that the accounts don't tell what was actually in there, what was explored. Only that they were sealed up after there was incident.
What was the deepest report of those caverns?
There weren't any, like, reports of deepness, as you would say. What?
Depth. Depth is the word you're looking for. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Terribly rude of me. Thank you for letting me adopt my daughter. I'm so sorry. I used to teach. It's a habit. I'm sorry. I apologize. But please go on.
The reports that I have, that I've seen, don't talk of what was discovered or how far down what was discovered was. Only that they broke into some form of caverns or structures or something, and whatever was there killed a number of the workers, and they feared it coming to the surface, and so that's why they sealed it off.
Uh-oh. Well, do you know what they sealed it with?
The door that you opened. I do not think there was. I do not think there was a magic to that door. So it is obvious that whatever was there was not magical in nature. It was more bestial or strength-based.
Good. Great.
So as long as when you are done, you return the locks to where they were, everything should be fine.
About that. There appears to be a door down there that is, has some kind of magical protection to it. Rather jewel-encrusted. Little bit ominous might be the right word. It's, it is blocked off. I'm assuming there's something valuable in there. I'm also assuming, and I'm making this assumption based on the fact that we have explored quite a bit of this area already, I'm assuming that there's also this creature, assuming it's lived this long, it might not have. Never know with these things, really. But that door's still open. It could theoretically just wander out. We should probably have been closing that door in between times that we've gone down there. This would have been very valuable information.
He's gonna be giving you this like
look,
there. You know, just this look.
I would appreciate next time if we are going somewhere and you know of an extreme danger there, that you inform us of that extreme danger, not because we will be afraid of it and won't do it. Believe me, we're brave people, all except for Rufus maybe. Sometimes, if we get enough booze in him, he'll be just fine. I don't see any problem with us knowing about a danger beforehand, because as much as you said, hey, there's this lock thing, this locked door, you did not tell us that it was locked for a reason. I'm sorry, I've been ranting. Thank you again for letting me adopt my daughter. I'm going to make sure that you know the information that I know now. There were some murals down there. It was a huge room. Appeared to be a zoo. Appeared to be an ancient elven civilization at the very least, given that my daughter is an elf, a very young elf, and was killed by some monster that escaped. I believe that the monster that escaped might be the monster that we are now worried about in that cavern. If that's the case, that means that these ruins were here when this settlement was built, which means that they were not something that was that we teleported onto. That was my initial hypothesis. However, given the circumstances and given the situation, I would very much request that we do not, at any point, send anyone down there except for my group until we actually have an opportunity to fully, first of all, explore the area, and second of all, ensure its safety for everyone else.
All right.
But I do believe that it would be valuable to get the information from that civilization in the future, and Mercedes might be able to help.
If you can secure the area, we can send people down there. Let me know.
Do you have people who would make for a good excavation team that aren't already helping?
Unfortunately, we might not have any to spare, but perhaps I could have Orin split his team between there, or if...
I don't want to inconvenience him.
The
main issue is to be just...
after they are complete, perhaps that can be a secondary task for them?
That might be a good option. For the time being, there was also hoping we could maybe get some people in there to work on right away. There was some rubble in front of that door that I mentioned, the arcane protected door, that I was hoping we might be able to get some people to work on that rubble safely, as I believe we are not equipped to do that. It appeared that there was some dust falling from the ceiling when we last hit it. Also, out of character, by the way, I completely know that Red did those things, but Tim has no fucking clue that that happened, so he doesn't know that the situation is far worse than it was before. So he's just going into this as like, yeah, it might be better if we have that, but, you know, who knows if we need it.
For Grits' sake, Red took a pickaxe to it angrily and caved in the roof a bit more.
Now, he partially fixed it afterwards.
He did. No. You did say it went back pretty much to the difficulty that it was before, just
Except
the gaps
there's
that
no
we had created.
entrance.
Yeah.
The gaps that we had created were no longer.
Yeah.
So we'd have to do that again.
The gaps that
but-
Grits rolled very well to help you find your way through before.
Hey, it was a team effort. I helped with
Team effort.
because I believe I gave you advantage on that one, or the other way around. It was one of us rolled and the other one.
Yeah.
Anyway, it doesn't matter. But we were a team. Anyways, but so Tim's going to continue to say, just when we have the opportunity, once the area is secure, if we haven't already cleared the rubble, it might not be a bad idea to fully excavate, carefully and cautiously with the proper equipment and tools.
All right. Just keep me informed of your progress.
Absolutely. And again, I apologize for my, it's stupidity, and arrogance. Thank you again for your help in everything, and I apologize for my lashing out.
He's not gonna say anything. He's just gonna kind of acknowledge you and let you to your way.
Yeah. And Tim's gonna bow, exaggeratedly bow, because he knows that he's kind of been a dick. He doesn't really care, but he's making it look like he cares. And then he's gonna.
No.
I mean,
Performance.
Deception.
A
Performance.
deception. There you go.
if the DM wants me to roll, I'll roll. But,
I'm fine with you not rolling. You're okay.
yeah.
This
I'm sure he's fully aware that Tim is a dick. I don't think this is news to the dude.
He's just
What?
whatever.
Tim's a
He
nice
preferred
guy.
forgetful Tim.
I think everyone preferred Forgetful Tim. I think Tim preferred Forgetful Tim.
Forgetful Tim wouldn't have a daughter.
True.
That is
Yeah.
true.
Tim's probably coming around to regular Tim now. But, yeah. Already did adopt the Banshee, actually.
Yeah, no,
Not
already
trying anymore.
happened.
Already
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tim's gonna.
He just
then,
wants to
after he
formalize the
bows,
paperwork.
Yeah, exactly. Tim's gonna turn to Grits and say, "Well, that went far better than I expected."
You're
Just-
worried about nothing.
And just we'll walk out.
Yep.
Imagine, you were talking about getting people down there to start excavating. We haven't cleared that place yet.
No. That's why I said once we've secured it. Once we've
Oh,
secured
okay.
it. Yeah.
It's
But
safe
let's
enough.
let's go talk to Rufus and Nokren and see how they're doing.
We got
Yeah,
one
because whoever
room
sounds
in
like
and
they
nearly
might
died.
not be doing great.
Oh no, Nokren's passed out on a table.
Great.
Oh, good.
Great. It's gonna be great.
I'm passed out on Nokren.
Yes.
So
That
when we
sounds
walk
about
in
right,
there,
actually.
when we walk in there, Tim's gonna look at them and just go, "Yeah, okay, that makes sense." Just walk up and just motion to the barkeep.
Jen's gonna be like, I mean, not that I'm super busy, but could
We
you
can't
do
move them.
some?
They're so much. If
gold.
Red were
Zern!
here, which, by the way, where
Sir, you want your tab to come up now? Got a job for you.
Winter.
You see this look,
hold
very
hold on.
drunk looking half orc kind of get up and be from the other side of the bar.
Yeah.
He kind of gets up. He's like,
Okay.
All
First things first. I'm gonna use the gore on the half orc to wake him up a little bit.
Okay.
Spray him in the face
God.
with the mid-level,
Yes.
With the fountain.
with the fountain.
Not the
And-
geyser.
Not the geyser, just the fountain. Just be like, "Thank you," Now,
Hey,
would you mind helping us?
Water is wet, and I don't need to be wet.
Okay, and in Orcish, I'm gonna say, "Oh, sorry about that," and cast Prestidigitation on him to dry him up. And then I'm gonna ask,
You're
"Could you
a
help us?"
magic user of some kind, aren't you?
No, I don't know what would give you that idea.
Ugh. I'm not drunk enough for this.
Well, trust me, once you help me with these two, then you can go back to getting drunk. Would you mind actually just helping me carry them upstairs, maybe?
I can carry them upstairs. I assume you
On
want
your
me to
own?
carry them to your room?
Yes, please.
Or
Okay.
wherever.
You know, honestly, just
You
off
have
the
a
table.
room, or do you have a room here?
We have a room.
We have a room.
Okay.
Yeah. I think.
I think just
We
one,
still have
right?
a
Yes,
Just one
he's
on the
gonna like
left.
kind of tip them
Yeah,
over
okay.
off the table, kind of like just so they like thwomp onto the floor.
Yeah. Tim's gonna spray them with the gourd.
I throw my sheep at you.
Yeah, I catch it and I just hold it.
You just see him
My
like
sheep
kind of
now.
scoop down and scoop up Knocker under one arm and the halfling under the
Hey.
other.
Yeah.
Give me
As
back
he'll
my
like
sheep.
he'll like try to get up with Knocker and kind of sway to one side a little bit. Whoa, you're heavy.
I'm up.
Are you a
Put me
drag?
down.
You're a Dragonborn. Huh?
Yes.
He's a halfling. Wow.
Yes.
Nokren's gonna burp and a bit of sparks go.
Gross.
We're a mess,
Ignorance.
honestly.
Yeah, our party's a mess.
Sheep.
That is
I'm
a
gonna hand
sheep.
Rufus the sheep.
Nokren's gonna
I
sort
go
of
back to
struggle
sleep.
out of the guy's grip.
The halfling is sleeping with a sheep.
Yeah,
Yep.
he does that.
Nokren's gonna struggle out of the grip and sort of wander up the stairs to the room himself.
He is
So I'm
drunk.
thinking we
fine.
need a little break. You guys
Yeah.
need some sleep.
Let's have.
Well,
I am
you
also
notice that
drunk.
As you're doing this, Nokren has cloth stuffed in his ears with like blood dripping down his neck. It's like dried
Yeah.
blood from down his neck. He needs sleep.
You probably know why.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna go upstairs and sleep.
Yeah. I want to stay down and actually talk because I've had a 4-hour meditation already. I've
Mhm.
already had my 4-hour trance.
Mhm.
I'm gonna actually stay down and talk to the barkeep a little bit,
Okay.
if that's all right.
Okay. I might stay down a little bit too, because I'm probably.
I will
Silver.
take the halfling up.
Yeah, thank you.
All right.
I'm gonna.
Mommy.
Do I have any gold on me? I think I have.
I am not your mommy. I am Zern. You are a
Yeah.
halfling who is sleeping with a sheep.
I'm gonna. When he eventually comes
Snuggling.
back down.
He doesn't.
Oh no, he doesn't.
He doesn't.
He doesn't.
I'm gonna actually run up there and just check on him.
Just make sure
first.
everything's okay.
Yeah.
You just see Nokren like in his normal place in the corner, and you see like
Yeah.
Zern and the halfling have now fallen asleep on the on the bed. They've fallen down onto it.
I'm gonna allow it. I'm gonna allow it. Rufus is gonna be real confused in the morning, and I'm okay.
We're okay with this. Yep.
And
We're okay with this.
I'm gonna.
No,
Oh,
I
hold
like
on.
the idea that he's curled up holding Rufus, as Rufus is curled up holding the sheep.
Yeah, it's a big spoon, middle spoon, little spoon scenario.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah. Then I'm gonna go back down and talk with the barkeep for.
When after you come back down, I'm gonna be like, everything okay up there? Or...
Just dandy.
Awesome. That's the answer I hoped for.
Yep, it's gonna be a really fun morning.
Is it? Always
Oh,
a fun
yes.
morning.
Oh yes. So specifically, I'm gonna talk to Jen and ask. Like I don't really necessarily want to roleplay this all the way through because it would be a very long conversation.
Yeah, that's
probably,
fine.
of trying to
That's fine.
ensure That once the cleric has been able to help Kasula enough,
Mhm.
that we set up a room for her in the tavern.
It could be arranged.
Okay. Mostly just wanted to touch base with that and just see if it was a possibility, and like just say like it's a totally tentative thing, and obviously like you'd have to be comfortable with it and everything, but it just, if I'm gonna be staying here, otherwise I will move to the church, is basically what that's gonna come down to. So
yeah, and Grits would pipe in, I've met her, she's a lovely small undead child.
And Tim's just gonna like do a thumbs up to Grits and kind of like nod and be happy about it. And Grits is her godmother.
Yeah. I might need another drink.
Tim's gonna actually hand you a gold piece as well, to say, get as many drinks as you can carry, because I know that when we were in that village, we did not have nearly enough booze. I have no doubt that we will be facing crap like that again.
That was a rough village.
So, yeah. Anyways, so I'm giving you a gold piece just because I trust you with it, and I know that you're buying booze with it, which is pretty much the most responsible thing you could be doing with it.
Given the circumstances, yes.
Yeah.
The most
Our
responsible
group is just going to become a group of just non-functioning alcoholics.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's very much the path we're heading down.
Oh yeah, 100%.
100%. And we're okay with this.
Yep.
I don't know about you, but I'm completely functional. I just like my sheep.
Yep. So I'm guessing we're just resting now, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So you'll relax.
I'm just so it's clear, because I've already rested. I'm working on that book.
Yep.
Translating that book.
Sounds good. Okay. You rest up, and of course, then when Rufus and Nokren finally wake up and are less drunk, Rufus, you kind of feel like you're kind of squished up into this ball, and you kind of feel like your forehead's like kind of wet or something, and you're not sure why. There's no one else around. You can see Nokren in here, but like Grits and Red and Tim aren't here.
This is Nokren's face. What?
What?
What happened last night?
The Banshee.
No, I meant, how did we get in the room?
A question for you. I know I'm not there right now, but is Zern there?
No, he got up
Okay.
already.
Okay.
He's already down in the bar drinking.
I
came
almost
down
wish he
first.
would have still been there, because I would have assumed it was Red right away.
Yes. Oh, no.
Nice.
Oh,
If you guys are alcoholics, he is even worse.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I probably would have asked him how his night was when he came down, because I'm just down there working on the translation.
Not drunk enough. You are reading something. I have not drunk enough. Your small halfling friend is in bed. It has been an amount of time.
Good, thank you.
That was
And that's it. That's all I'm looking for. And then please continue your guys.
I will now start drinking. Please continue your book reading.
I'm gonna, once I wake up and wipe myself off, apparently.
Yeah, you got like this kind of like squishy, wet forehead. It's like kind of feels unpleasant. It's kind of sticky. Maybe your
just
forehead was
shower.
sweating?
Do we have a wash basin in the room?
Probably.
I will clean up a little.
Okay.
And then head down for some food.
Yep. Nokren's gonna head down for breakfast.
Okay.
Just some bread, please.
Nokren's
That
gonna
is a
order as
halfling and
much
a
as he can.
dragonborn, and they have come down to breakfast.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Zern.
Captain.
You are my new
Captain
friends.
Obvious.
I mean, you're not wrong, but
You are my new friends. We shall drink together some more.
I'm going to walk over to Tim and go, not another one.
Nope, don't
This
worry.
was all your doing, sir.
Yeah, that's actually, this one is your fault.
This one's your fault.
Yeah.
oh,
You had a very fun night last night.
I don't think I want to know. Can I
No,
get some
probably
bread to
not.
go, please?
Okay.
He would like some food to go.
I'm gonna like, Jen is the barkeeper's name, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna turn to Jen and say, please, if he ever tries to follow us, don't let him.
He won't.
Good.
He won't.
I'm glad. And I'm gonna say, does he have a tab?
Yes, he mostly pays it off, but it still kind of builds up occasionally.
How much is it right now?
About 100 gold. He's been drinking for quite a while.
Well,
I'll pitch
you can
in
tell him.
like 5 torches.
No, we're not doing that. No. What we're gonna do?
He's building up that much.
No, he's doing this to himself. He needs to learn his lesson. He can pay that gold.
I was expecting like maybe 10 gold, and even
That's
that,
what I
like,
was
a
expecting
holy
too.
crap level, but no, 100. Oh my god!
I didn't think even this place had 100 gold's worth of alcohol.
No, that's my thought. Like, I gave Grits a gold piece because I'm like, this will go far with booze.
Will
This
go
will
far.
get you like a
This
lot
guy's
of
been
drinks.
drinking for a long
Well, to
time.
be fair, if you think about it too, booze right now is in limited supply.
Also,
True.
he could have been drinking here for a few years because Jen has been in
Yeah.
charge here for a few years.
True.
I think it's been for a long time.
Yeah,
Oh, boy.
he's been building
Oh,
it
boy.
up.
He's been saving up his tabs.
Jeez.
He has things worth more
I
than
just want
that.
that.
So if I need to collect, I know I can.
Fair enough.
That's fair enough.
Also,
Make
Might have
he
problems
doesn't
with
go anywhere else.
Yeah. Just
That's fair.
can you make sure that, like,
I am low on drink and require some more.
you know what? Never mind. Have fun. Yeah.
No, Chris is gonna pick up whatever food he has and just start trying to eat it as fast as he can to leave.
Nom nom.
I'm taking my bread with me.
Goodbye,
Yeah.
friends. We will drink together next time you return.
I'm gonna cast a minor illusion in front of us of just a wall, like behind us, so that he just then I'm just gonna continue to stand there and say, okay, what do we actually want to do right now?
I need to stop by the smith.
Right, your armor.
Magic Man! He has used magic.
Oh,
All right, now let's just get out of here. I'm
That did not
I'm
work.
gonna immediately drop the illusion.
Wait, before you drop the illusion, I'm hiding in front of Nokren.
Okay.
You see him
I'm gonna-
kind of looking very sad into his drink and then drinking some more.
Aw,
Aw.
Oh.
guys, he's
Um,
not a bad guy.
okay, we'll
No.
drink. Once we had a few drinks, we'll be fine.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what
I'm
he
just
should
like
know.
standing in front of one of your legs.
Yeah.
Let's make our way to the smith then, and then I think we should head down into the
In fact,
dungeons again. Yeah.
Yeah, no, just like
to die.
shaking his leg, just
Well,
get off.
I think we need to at least account for the fact that we're not done there, and I would like to be able
Yeah.
to explore a little bit.
Should, by the way, Tim, would you like to inform them of the beast?
Oh,
Or is that just gonna be a surprise?
oh no, I was gonna
I
tell them
like
about it, but I was, I mean, you know, it was, I mean, they were there. They were there. They know that there was a beast that escaped from those cages. They just
Yes,
probably
but now
thought
we have
it was
confirmation
dead.
that there was a beast.
Yeah, the beast isn't dead, guys, by the way. The one that escaped from the cages and
I'm
killed
sorry,
my
what?
daughter. Yeah.
Do
think
we
it's still
know
down
that for a fact?
We don't know that it's the same monster, but I mean, you know, it's correlation right now.
Hypothetically.
Doesn't necessarily equal causation, but I
But-
wouldn't be surprised. And also, given the description of the beast given by Kasula, and also the description of the beast given to us by the Duke, which, by the way, I can't believe he didn't tell us about when we were going down there in the first place. That was just so inconsiderate of him. Or I
Me
forgot,
too.
which is.
Why are you surprised?
Oh yeah, how's your daughter?
She is actually doing quite well. She was able to.
She's
sit-
adorable, guys.
She was able to sit and bounce on the bed today when
Wow.
we were there. It was
And Grits, I know she's adorable. I held her hand.
yeah, which by the way is a terrible
How'd that go?
idea. Don't do that right now because she will
Unless you have a
eventually-
certain spell.
yeah.
Then you have a chance.
Armor that was
Yeah.
given by a mage.
Yes.
Specific.
Got
if I cast one of my spells on you, it you might be fine too.
You might be
but
fine.
You might be.
Might shit your pants. Might be fine.
Well, you might
Could
just
go either.
die.
You might do both. You might be
yes.
fine, and you might shit your pants.
You also might die, and you still also might shit your pants.
Well, no, that
like
you
a
definitely
great
would
day
because
anyway.
that's just part of death.
Oh, I didn't know that. Good to know. And Tim makes a note in his notebook.
Yup.
So let's go. Shall we go to the smith then? And then, because Rufus, I believe you'll need armor if we're going down to fight a beast.
Yes.
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 Hopefully, it's ready.
Hopefully, if not, we're probably dead.
If not,
Not
I
dead
hope
yet.
that spell's still good for me.
Yep. Oh yeah, I'll just stand back and try not to die.
I will
Like,
try to
you're talking
distract
from
it so you
experience
don't
right now.
die.
Nokren is now a cat.
I will hold its hand.
All right. So if we're going to the smith, we should get potions because we used the rest of the potions as well last
yeah,
time.
we did.
Yeah, oh yeah, Chris, if
Where-
you have any potions left on your sheet, erase them.
Yeah, because we took them from you.
But
And
I
then we
also
used
have
them.
a random potion I don't think we ever identified.
That's true.
I have
You
a
do still
potion
have
of
that.
heroism still.
I mean, that's good.
I have a potion that you have not identified yet, or we have not identified
We
yet.
probably should have done that at some point.
Oh no, I don't think we could. I think we had to take it to the potion maker to try to
Potion lady,
figure it
yeah.
out.
Hey, let's go to the potion lady and figure out that potion. Buy some health potions.
Wait,
I think that's a
question.
great idea.
Did anybody use the antitoxin?
Didn't we get the
that I
health
have?
potions for the
No.
church?
The antitoxin, no.
No.
Okay, so I do still have those.
Yes.
Didn't we get the health potion for the church?
Maybe?
Yes,
I think
we
those
did.
came from the church. She doesn't do those. Or did it have
No,
supply?
she has-
Oh, but they were out of
She-
supply.
She was out of supply. She traded
That's
for
what it
all
was.
of her health potions that she had.
Okay. So the church has some? Is that right, Matt?
Father can make them, I think.
No.
Oh.
No, we found them in the under place.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
we
right.
can't get health potions anymore. You're telling me.
You have some that you probably didn't use. Let me check. What
I thought we only had 3.
I thought we had 3 as well, and I'm pretty sure we used all.
We have a random potion that I haven't identified yet.
Which
that
might
we
be a
have to
health potion.
identify.
Let me see how many you should have.
Could be
Give me a
health
minute.
potion, could be shit your pants potion.
Could be.
That may turn into a banshee
Could be
potion.
both.
Could
Hey,
be
if it
both.
is.
Could
I'll
we
take
turn
it.
back from a banshee potion?
Hey, that'd be good news. Hey, Matt, is that a thing?
No.
Is that a potion of unbanshee token?
Polymorph potion.
There were 2 healing potions in Hall's kitchen that she had. So you probably used those.
Okay.
Let me check what you found in the
Yep.
Yep,
In the...
cathedral. Yay, English! I figured it out.
Well, meanwhile,
In English.
while he's looking that up,
Mhm.
is my armor ready?
Sure.
Yay! I will don it.
I love that. Sure.
That I feel like that was the blacksmith's response, and it's just like this really, like,
Yep.
it's the armor, like it's done, but it looks like maybe it isn't.
Like it hasn't been shined yet.
I'm
Like,
spiky.
it's like,
Yeah.
sure.
Sure.
Done enough.
Done.
It'll
We'll protect you, kid.
it'll be
Yeah.
fine. You'll be fine.
I'm just picturing like this hideous, like, because I'm assuming this blacksmith has never done it before, and it just looks hideous.
No,
but-
he's done stuff like this, but he just didn't have
Yeah?
really good supplies and/or time, so it's just sort of
Okay.
like, thrown together pretty.
Are
quickly.
some of the studs like
Well-
caltrop bits?
No, remember,
How
I
many
took
potions of healing did you use?
3.
You should have 1 left and a potion of greater healing.
Oh, we totally do have a potion of greater healing, but who
And
has
the
that?
staff of healing.
Oh,
Oh my god.
you bastard.
I actually don't have that.
Oh,
You should. You called it the Staff of Feel Good.
yeah.
I don't think I have that.
You said you were taking it.
I think you said you were
Because you were going
taking
to use it as your staff.
No, because I didn't have a staff in my hands because I had a wand in my.
Well, no, but you said you were going to take it because you're getting rid of your old staff. That was non-magical.
You did talk about doing that.
I did talk about doing that, but I don't think I actually did that.
So we assumed you did.
Yeah, they assumed you did, so no one has the Staff of Healing written down right now.
Okay,
So
hold on. I can grab that. I can now.
Also, don't you have a wand or two?
I have 2 wands. Neither one of them is of healing.
No, but isn't one
is of the War
missile?
Mage. Yeah, one is.
Yes.
But
that
I have one of
would
the
have been
War
totally
Mage.
great last time if we didn't end up adopting her.
Yeah, but I also had the Wand of the War Mage equipped, which is the +1/+2 while my spell hits.
Yeah.
Yes, but
you can have a wand in each hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And magic missiles would have been wonderful.
But-
Yes. But we adopted her.
Yes.
Yes, you adopted her, so it's okay.
Yeah,
Everything
whatever
worked
could have
out.
happened, however it worked out.
Why don't
If
we
I
have?
didn't waste my divine smite on bones, that might have helped too.
It
Why
was
don't we
fine.
have? Why don't we have
You
Grits hold on to at least one of the potions?
Okay.
Yeah.
Why don't you take the bigger one? And who wants to hold the other one? Do you want me to hold it? Do you want Nokren? Do you want to hold it?
I'm
Tim,
fine
you
because
wanna
I
hold
got lay on hands.
it?
So.
True.
And I got cure wounds.
And you got the staff. I guess I'll hold the other one
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
because Red's not going to hold one anyway. So.
I mean, he
No.
could, but it
Could
would
if you
probably
let him.
break.
Yeah, he doesn't
So-
like. We tried to give him an antitoxin. Remember, he didn't want it.
Oh, that's right. And he
Yeah.
was like, no.
I
no.
guess then we're going to the potion lady to
Okay.
get this identified. Yes.
Did you note where you found it at?
It was with the swan necklace. I know that.
Oh, the swan token?
Yeah.
It's a potion of water breathing.
Okay.
Cool.
So you have a
Nothing
swan,
wants
and
nothing
it's
to do with it.
a swan boat feather token. So you can throw it out, and it becomes like an actual boat of a swan that rows itself. It's like one of those like swan bird
well,
boats.
baby.
Real
Useful.
useful.
Except that it would hold all of you. It like holds like 8 people.
Is it single use?
It lasts for like 8 hours. Yes, it's like a single use thing, but it could
Well,
be like,
if we ever have to go back to the swamps,
or you ever need
Yeah.
a sudden boat out of nowhere. you
or
could
isn't
summon
there
it.
a lake that
There's
river
a
that
river.
can't be crossed
Yeah.
There is a
by foot?
There is a dangerous rip. Well, there is bridges and stuff you can kind of about. but-
We will remember that when the time
Need
comes.
it. Yes,
Yeah.
I marked it on my sheet right now.
Okay.
I now have the Staff of Feel Good actually in my character sheet.
You should have one extra staff of potion of healing too. One that you found in the hut in the swamp.
Oh,
I thought
Cool.
we used that one there.
that
You might have used that one there.
yeah. So we have that's okay. We have one regular healing potion, one super healing potion.
And I've got a Staff of Healing, which only
Yes.
has 1 charge of lesser restoration.
Well,
I have lay on hands.
it has a
That's
certain.
fine.
The staff itself has a certain number of charges per day, and each of the things you use it goes for that charge.
Yeah, but
Oh,
that's
okay.
fine.
How many charges does it have per day? Because I didn't find that anywhere.
It has 10 charges right now.
Perfect.
Especially because it recharges a certain amount per day, and however much it started at, it has been long enough that it would have recharged itself, because it recharges a minimum of 5 per day. It has a maximum of 10. If you extend the last charge, it has a chance of being destroyed.
Yeah.
For 1 charge, you can cast Cure Wounds up to 4th level, 1 charge per spell level, Lesser Restoration for 2, and Mass Cure Wounds for 5 charges.
Okay.
Wow, that's very useful.
So that's different than what I found online. Could you send that to me?
Just look up under the I in Roll20, just Staff
I
of
did.
Healing.
I did, and it wasn't in there for me. I don't know why.
Did you
that's
try
what I was looking up.
putting just staff and then comma of healing?
No, just say Staff. Just put in Staff under the compendium.
I literally
Staff
have
of
it in
Healing.
front of me here. And
Yep,
it
it's
just
there.
doesn't-
If you just type staff and scroll down, there's staff of healing.
Yeah, it says that
It
stuff.
just wouldn't open up for me.
Weird.
It's opened up now. No, it's just Roll20 being dumb. That's
Okay.
It could have been at the time you were looking up it was being difficult, because that does happen occasionally.
That is.
Oh yeah, no,
strong.
it's opened up like 18
Yeah.
times for me because I
Well,
clicked on it 18
Pure
times.
mass is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that is.
That really would have been useful.
Yeah, it's okay.
Good to
Things
know
worked
if I
out.
had
Now
it.
we can be
Yes.
less death.
Uh-huh.
Now we have a banshee daughter.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I guess
Well, shall
down we go.
Well,
Okay.
so we're
Or did you
prepared
want to
go
buy any
and,
other
go.
supplies for
our
anything
first
else?
break?
We could go to our first break now before you head down into it. That should be fine.
That way
all
we
right.
can be uninterrupted in the dungeon.
Yes, that sounds fine to me. Okay, everyone, we're gonna go to our first break then. This is a perfect time. You guys get a drink, go to the bathroom, get a snack, and we'll be back in a couple of minutes. So thank you all. We'll see you in a minute. All right, peace out for a minute. Wait. There we go. Sorry.
Oh wait.
So yeah,
wait, we're not-
Grit,